Hello and welcome back to the Ivy Grove YouTube channel. My name is Meg Birch and I'm a vocalist based up in Liverpool in the north of England. I'm also the co-founder of the Ivy Grove community, and thank you so much for joining me on this video, and thank you so much if you've watched any of the videos on our channel so far. We're growing nice and hopefully we're building a nice community that can get really excited about not only like entertaining content like our covers, but also we kind of want to introduce you to some of the resources and some of the knowledge that we can kind of instill in you. Some of it may not be for you, some of it you may not be interested in, you just want to stick around for the singing and the playing, that's totally cool. But today I thought I would bring to you an introduction in vocals. So today I'm going to kind of be breaking down what I feel makes you the best vocalist you can be. Just to explain a little bit about how I know this, I did a degree in vocals and specifically in contemporary commercial performance. So I do know a bit about what I'm talking about, but I'm also not a complete expert. So if you want to divulge further, there are loads of resources online or on YouTube. But these are my key points to making yourself a better singer. Now, the first thing we need to be aware of is our voice, our chords, our tongue. This is all an area, all a part of our body that needs to be warmed up like any other part of our body. If you were going for a big long sprint, you'd stretch your legs, you'd give your arms a good little stretch. I mean, I'm definitely not going to teach you how to warm up properly in terms of sport, because I am not that person. But it's exactly the same. So we need to know how to warm up properly, and we need to learn how to have good vocal health so that we have good stamina, and also like we have longevity in our voice as well. My absolute fear is getting to like 50 years old and just like lacking loads of range. So that is the thing I'm really passionate about to try and keep hold of. One little tip I wanted to throw at you in terms of vocal health was something that I was told about in my first year of university, which was something called tongue root tension. Tongue root tension. So this is tension in the bottom of our tongue, basically. So your tongue goes all the way down in the lower part of your throat, starts all the way down here, and it's a muscle that can carry a lot of strain, a lot of tension, so that when we go for higher notes or big notes, often that is what, when we feel a tightness in our throat, that's what we're feeling. Our tongue needs a good stretch. So one way we can relieve that is by doing an exercise like this, like that. 10 in one way, 10 in the other. You'll feel kind of a little bit of a burning or a strain, and that is great. That means we're giving it a good stretch, and you will notice a massive difference after that in terms of your singing, in your range, and if you keep going with it, eventually you won't feel any pain at all and you'll have a nice relaxed tongue. So that's one thing, good vocal health and knowing your voice. Also knowing what type of a singer you are. Are you more comfortable up in your higher range? Are you a soprano? Are you an alto? Where do you sit? Where does your voice sit? Something to explore perhaps. Something else that's really important is knowing that singing is very much something that's cognitive. If we tell ourselves we can't sing, or oh, I'm never going to be able to hit that note, then you're probably never going to be able to hit that note. So positive mental attitude and cognitive, positive vibes that I'm all about, and going, do you know what? It's going to take a bit of work, but I can definitely do it, and I'm going to be able to hit that note and I'm going to get there. And guess what? You probably will. Another thing is articulation, pronunciation, all that I struggle with. I've tried to really get on top of this over the last few years. Obviously, with being from the north of England, I do have an accent, and so I try and not completely lose it, but it's the ability to know when you need to kind of sharpen up on some words, things like that. Your tone, what's your tone like? Does this need work? One thing that, you know, takes you from being a good singer to a great singer is being able to access different tones. Do you want to go breathy? Do you want to add some cry? Do you want to go a bit husky, a bit rocky? What do you want to do? And being able to you know, move our soft palate or change the placement in our voice to be able to access these parts of our voice and create these different tones is a skill. And if you want some more information on that, again, get educating yourself, go and watch some videos on tone, or if you want some more in-depth stuff about all this, let me know in the comments. So we've got tone, also kind of knowing how to balance the simplicity of a song, not over singing, but adding enough details that it makes a song your own, or it adds embellishments that are really interesting, things like that. Also your musicality, understanding the music, understanding the vibe. If you're singing jazz, do you know where you're meant to be pushing? Do you know where you're meant to be relaxing into the groove? What is your musicality? And developing that is so important to become a great singer. Agility. This is something I get really excited about. When you talk about riffs and runs, we're talking about agility. We're talking about how quick you can manipulate your notes into where you want them to go. Ha! Or ha! The speed in which you access your notes. There are tons of exercises on agility and developing that. And if you get on top of that and you want to be that sort of singer, agility is key. Listening. Listening makes you a great singer, and I don't mean that I mean listening to other people and listening to what's on the radio and being able to take things from that, that's great, but I'm talking about listening in terms of how good is your ear, how good are you at being able to hear a chord and go, this is the key that I'm singing in, this is the harmony, this is this. How well trained are you? And again, if you want some tips on some really good kind of ear training exercises, we can do that for you. But again, something else to think about. Dynamics. Are you a dynamic singer? Are you adding the light and the shade? Are you taking people on emotional journey through your dynamics? There's so much power in the dynamics. Again, another thing to explore. Your attitude as a singer. And this is one thing that I find from working within the industry, really sets you apart and kind of keeps you working as a singer or a musician, is your attitude. Are you professional? Are you humble? Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to grow? Be aware of that. Think, what sort of vocalist do I want to be? And I want to come across like a nice person, and guess what? You'll probably get more work from that. Couple more things. Storytelling. Oh my word, we as vocalists have such an ability to make people cry, to make people feel our lyrics. I mean, what's the point in writing a song if people don't understand your lyrics? Tell the story. Find how it relates to you. Do some method acting and flipping move people through your singing. Couple more things. Stage presence. How do we put a show on? Get moving. I'm very, very kind of fluid with my arms and fluid with my hands, and I feel it. But when I'm on a stage, I also want to feel the stage. I will explore the left side, the right side, levels, connecting with your audience, eye contact. All of that is so important to make you a great vocalist. Once we've mastered that, which I know that was a long list, then it's all about finding your sound, finding your vibe. What makes you, what's your sonic sound? What's your makeup? What's the thing that goes, oh, I can so tell that's Meg Birch on that track, or oh, I can so tell that that's John Smith on that playing that guitar riff or playing that vocal. What's your sound? What's your vibe? And explore it, explore different genres, push yourself out of your comfort zone. There is no growth unless you push yourself out of that comfort zone. And what's your story as an artist? What are you trying to portray in your music or in your vocals? Are you trying to make people cry? Are you trying to bring joy in that situation? Are you trying to start a party? What are you doing? Think about your reasoning behind why you're singing, why you're doing it. Are you doing it simply to cheer yourself up? I don't know. And lastly, what are your goals? My goals have changed rapidly over the years. Some dreams have been really big. Some have been like, this week I just want to write a song. That's a goal. Set yourself achievable goals, but also dreams. Dreams that maybe don't seem achievable, but have those dreams, and harness that energy and put all that effort into your vocals, into your singing, and you put things out in the world and you're bound to get them back. Work hard, practice hard, find who you want to be, find your voice, and you'll be sure for success. So, little introduction on vocals. Again, if you want me to hone in on any specific kind of things that I've spoken about, I will. And there will be way more resources coming your way soon. Happy singing, keep going, keep supporting the channel if you're loving what we're doing. Subscribe, leave me a comment, leave me a question, I'd be happy to answer it. And have an amazing day. See you later. Bye.